This is Cherie's World.
Hey, if you're listening to Cherie's World podcast on Apple Podcast and iTunes, please give us a 5-star. Let us know what you think. Leave us a review. I want to hear from you. Thank you.
Fever Magazine, a sexy yet sophisticated lifestyle magazine for the modern man and woman. Fever Magazine is available on newsstands nationwide and Amazon Kindle. Subscribe now for VIP access and rewards at fevermagazine.com.
Welcome to Cherie's World.
I remember them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got two guests on that we have had on before, but this time we're going to have them on in a different light. We got the women behind Green Soul Marketing, Miss Tobi Brown, Miss Serriehh. Okay, it's hard for me to even introduce Serriehh because she's like my sister. But y'all don't need to know that. Today, they're going to come on and they are actually going to give us like a mini consultation so we can find out exactly what Green Soul Marketing does and what Green Soul Marketing is all about and what Green Soul Marketing is going to do in Cherie's World 2020. Hi, ladies.
Hi, thank you so much for having us again.
Hey.
Thank you. You guys are beautiful.
Yes.
Well, this time we got, recorded. I'm like, okay, let me look right. Last time I wasn't looking so right.
Stop it.
You guys are gorgeous. So tell us about Green Soul Marketing.
Okay, I'll start us off. This is Tobi. So Green Soul Marketing is an independent marketing agency for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. Yours truly and Serriehh. We created this business because as entrepreneurs, we understand how important it is to show up in a big way, even if you're a small business. And we combined our skills to help entrepreneurs do just that. Once you have a vision or an idea, before you go spending all your money all over the place, we'd like to be that to help you get right, take care of the fundamentals of launching your business and protecting your IP, and then showing up for your customers and attracting them to your business.
Definitely. And a little bit about us, because Tobi doesn't like to toot our horn, but I don't mind. Tobi has over 15 years experience in business, event coordination, and I'm talking about events that were multi-million-dollar events. I have over 15 years experience in business. I have my master's in entrepreneurship. So we're coming to you with the experience, with the education, and with the passion, because we also know what it takes to be an entrepreneur. We've lost a lot of money making mistakes. So we want to pass that off to our entrepreneurs so they don't have to make the same mistakes that we made. One of the things that, top things that I would say, I wanted to give you guys some top 3 things as an entrepreneur, some mistakes that you can avoid. One is making sure you own your property, whether it's your products, whether it's digital, it doesn't matter what it is. That's one thing that happens. You get excited, you want to make your service, do your service or make your product, and you forget the legalities and the legal aspects that you need to cover as a small business. Because guess what? If you get sued whether you're a small business or you're a corporation. So you want, yes, it's 1 in a million, but you don't want to be that 1 in a million that's caught with their pants down and you're not prepared to cover yourself, because it will not just affect your business, it will affect your family. So it's really important. That's one thing we do when we work with people and helping people get their small businesses off the ground, to make sure they have all of those legal bases covered, whether we help them do it or give them the resource to go to someone that can help them do it.
That's right.
What would you say?
A lot of times small businesses, they're all about their logo or their merch, and that's not the first focus. That should never be the first thing you do as a business, is to decide I want purple. It's no, don't go for the purple logo first. Get your ducks in a row, legitimize your business, protect your IP, trademark your name, do all of those things first.
Definitely.
See, and let me be honest with our listeners and our viewers. That's me. I'm all creative. The only reason why Cherie is being branded and out there and things like Advice from My Sisters and Team Cherie J and Going to Natural and stuff is like that is running is because of these two ladies right there. 'Cause I don't think of that stuff.
Mhm. Definitely. And you can't think of everything. And that's why we also, on top of having Green Soul Marketing and Design, we also have a business tribe that we just started at the end of this year. And what it's doing is connecting like-minded businesses together and forming a tribe. And what we hope to happen in 2020 is this tribe grows, but not only grows, but actually in 2020, we hope that these businesses will not only just connect, but we can cross promote. We can buy from each other. We can have buying power together. So if we have different places that I can get entrepreneurs together and say, hey, let's go in and buy a bigger amount of what we need and split it. There are ways we can do this without having to go to a bank and getting $200,000 loan on top of your head. So that's kind of the setting up side. And then we have the branding side, which I would say I help with, but Tobi leads the branding section of our business.
Yes. So what's interesting to me is that a lot of times we have entrepreneurs on the phone with us, and I ask them, tell me your brand story. Who is your ideal client? Why should I buy from you instead of someone else? And these are fundamental things to establishing your value in whatever marketplace you're operating in. And most people are like, so they know they like purple, they know they want their logo to look a certain way, but they can't articulate to me why someone should give them money, why someone should buy from them. And so in establishing their brand, we take them back to the basics. And the first basic is, who is your customer? What does she look like? How much money does she make? Where does she live? And most importantly, what are her biggest problems? Like, are you adding value to her? Like, are you solving a problem? Are you taking away pain or increasing pleasure? Because those are the two things that matter to people. How are you making my life better? People can't explain that, so they don't even know the relevance of their brand or how the customer is the hero in their brand story, because they're all about, this is my business, this is what I do, and I want to make money because I've opened the doors, now buy from me. That's not the way to establish relationships, and that's what business is. It's a series of relationships.
Definitely. And then my passion is branding through design. So I want to make sure your logos look like they came from 500 Fortune companies. I want your website to be crisp, modern, easy to find, easy to buy from, quick, fast. When you go on the page, you're like, oh my God, look at these photos. Everything has to just have a kind of ebb and flow to it. Because unfortunately, with this high, fast internet world, people expect results. They want to go on your page, they want to find your product, they want to buy it. They don't want to surf through a bunch of pages. They don't want to do those kind of things. So what I focus on is giving you those awesome graphics, whether it be logos, business cards, flyers, website design. We also work with entrepreneurs' budget. So if you have a business that has 10 or more employees, we have corporate rates, because obviously you're on a larger scale. But if you are a business that has 10 and under, we have entrepreneurial rates, and there's special rates for entrepreneurs. Yes, ma'am.
Because our listeners are going to come back and want to contact you guys, can we know what those opening rates are for the ones that might not have?
So I will tell you this. The reason why we offer a free consultation, I'm going to keep it real. Our time is money. Okay. We make over $100 an hour. I'm just going to keep it real. We do free consultations because every entrepreneur has an individual need. So it's very hard for me to give you a flat rate, but I can tell you we have a $99 website audit, for instance. We'll go in and it's a visual. It's the front end. It's not the back end. We'll go on the front end. We'll look at the visuals. We'll see what you need and we'll give you a recommendation. If you take those recommendations and move forward with us, then we'll take that $99 and put it towards your website, facelift, or design. Every company's needs are so different. We also have website facelifts. So that means, okay, you don't want a whole new design, right? You just want a facelift. So those start at $250. But again, that's the starting rate. It all depends on what you need. I can't really quote on branding expectations only because they're so different. And we don't have like this list that we send to people and there's these little a la carte menus. We take the time, a 30-minute consultation. We listen. We want to know about you. And then we want to know about your needs and what your priorities are. From there, we write up a proposal and you read through it and you can get with us and ask any questions. It has payment plans, what's expected, deadlines, it has everything you need in very easy language to understand it. And that's where we come up with the price.
Well, I have to ask that question because a lot of urban, and I won't just say Black, but urban women and women of color, we might not have the money or the resources that have been passed along. So we don't even know what reaching out to a branding company would cost. So I don't want to scare people away. I want them to know that it's feasible. So I'm asking prices, and I'm not saying that this is their price, but it's worth reaching out to these women. They will give you their time.
Well, that's our demographic, actually. They've kind of chosen us. So we're open to all. You know us. It's all about diversity.
Absolutely.
But we noticed there's a need for marketing and people that understand urban customers, right? Urban people that own businesses in kind of urban industry and what their customers need and how to connect with those customers. I'm sorry, let's just keep it real. If you have no Black friends and you're in marketing, how the hell are you going to reach a Black person? Let's just keep it real. We come from a very diverse group. I'm blessed. You know that, Cherie. I'm Lebanese, German, we have Jews, we have Muslims, we have Christians, we have Blacks, whites. I am able to relate, and I have worked with every type of person there is.
They're all in your family.
They're all in my family. And so being able to relate or at least being able to understand how to reach a demographic of people is the only way that you're going to build your customers, period.
Absolutely.
And one more thing I want to add. We work with people. So we said we do have some payment options that are available because, again, we're entrepreneurs. We understand what it's like to be on a budget. I do want to say that the reason why we chose to do this is because of all the mistakes and the successes that we had during our journey. And we wanted to share that with other entrepreneurs that are like-minded and want to strive and be successful in their dream.
Mm-hmm. One of the first things that I noticed about Cherie when I started paying attention to all of her social media was her social media. So do you all help out with that too? Is that like a service that you all have?
We do that, but we are taking over. So we kind of do and we kind of don't because Cherie goes rogue. So
I'm a rebel.
She's a rebel. So she goes rogue on us, but yes, we do provide a lot of the graphics and stuff like that, but we also want her to be part of social media because that's part of what makes it so organic and genuine, that they know it's actually her behind there, and it's not like, okay, just post whatever. Like when she writes stuff, that's her writing it, because sometimes like, why did you say that, Cherie?
Yes, welcome to my world. But no, I was talking about like the actual videos, the promo videos. You guys,
yeah, so we do some of those. Some of those I think are from before she started working with us, but we do all the graphics on all the websites, all of the websites we've designed for all of the businesses across the board. All of the detox material, we've all worked together and come up with that, so it's really user-friendly and easy for people.
This is Cherie's World.
Serriehh here, Chief Green Alchemist at Going to Natural. Do you know it takes less than 30 seconds for your skin products to enter your bloodstream? Yeah, so knowing what's in them, super important. We know you want what's best for you and your family. And here at Going to Natural, so do we. We care about the environment, we care about the animals, and most importantly, we care about you. We offer free support for your healthy journey and love providing affordable, all-natural products that are responsibly sourced, cruelty-free, luxurious, and always made with love. We're not just a shop, we're a community, and we'd love to have you. Browse our collection of plant-based skincare products and natural tips and tricks at shop.goingtonatural.com. That's shop.going2natural.com.
A conscious brand for a conscious community.
Use code LOVEEARTH for 15% off your first order.
Hey
Hey folks, this is your real estate agent slash investor, Andre Key. And I'm with Central Metro Realty, serving Central Texas, but I can also work in all 50 states, including Canada, helping you with your real estate issues and concerns, whether you're a buyer, seller, investor, wholesaler, flipper. Come to me with your real estate concerns. We definitely have the key. You can find me at keyofaustinhomes.com or Andre Key, Texas Real Estate Agent on Facebook, or Team Key _TX on Instagram. Or just give me a call at 512-815-3539. Again, that's 512-815-3539. Andre Key, Real Estate Agent, Investor. Reach out to me. Key is the last name, no gimmick. I just happen to be in real estate, and I have the solutions for you.
I guess what I want to do is, Courtney, you produce Cherie's World, right?
He is Cherie's World.
So let's instead of instead of giving you kind of a free consult, we're gonna give Courtney a free consult about
Absolutely, because I'm just the creative one. That's what I said. These three people right here, what you see is them.
Exactly.
I just be like, hey, Courtney, let's talk about like gay people. Let's talk about AIDS Day. Let's talk about cancer. You know?
Believe me, I know. Welcome to my world, Courtney. Welcome. What I wanted to do, if it's okay with you guys, is share my screen and kind of show how you set up a consultation with us. And then we can go from there and do a quick, maybe 10 or 15-minute consult and see how it goes. Does that sound
That's
good?
on Courtney, man, because Courtney's the one that knows the logistics on Cherie's World. I just get on there and say, hey, welcome to Cherie's World.
I think I'm allowed to share. You might have to give me permission. Am I sharing?
Yeah.
All right, so this is our website. And when you want to do a free consultation, you're just going to literally pick on this, and you're just going to pick the time that you want. It will pop up in your time zone, okay? And it's a 30-minute consult. Then you'll put your email and your information. Let me just do it real quick. Add time. You're going to click that. And then you're going to go on. I should have done my information.
Continue.
And then your name. I still have and then you're going to complete the appointment. That has someone information. And then you'll get an email confirmation.
Go up a little, Serriehh. These are on the consult form. We actually have a series of check boxes just to give you an idea of the types of services we provide. So there is branding and marketing strategies, logo and product labels. So you can get an idea of what we offer, and then you can compare this to what you need in your business at this point. And that's what we can focus that discussion on, because it's free, it's 30 minutes, so you want to be sure you make the most of that time with us.
Most definitely. Okay. So Courtney, on this list, is there something you would be interested in if you came onto the website?
So a few things. So I only can pick one right now?
No, pick whatever you want.
Well, I like, let's start with business startup and solutions.
All right.
I have a question before you guys click on anything. For the lame brains like me who are just creative, I don't even know what this does.
Okay, so branding and marketing is going to focus on creating brand awareness. So getting your brand out there, getting it visible, getting it in front of people. And then marketing is going to focus on turning those people into customers. And that is going to include sales and social media and all of that, okay? Business startup and solutions, basically what we talked about, legitimizing your business, making sure everything's legal, making sure you own your name, making sure you start your trademarking process, all of those things, making sure you get your business accounts, you separate your personal and your business money, all of those things you need to do to really establish yourself as a legitimized business. Mm-hmm. E-commerce solutions, that's just what it is. E-commerce is your online store, whether you're a brick or mortar and you want a website that also sells online, or you're just exclusively an online store. We'll focus on giving you the best solutions, the most user-friendly site with search engine optimization. What that means is we want to try to get your ranking up in Google. So when people do organic searches, you start showing up on those pages, okay? I'll let you take over, Tobi. You want to talk about Green Soul Tribe and logo and product label design?
Yes. So Green Soul Tribe, when Serriehh at the top of the conversation was talking about a lot of the problems that people encounter in this entrepreneurial journey, there was this whole issue. These are her words, but it's the lack of community. A lot of times we try to do everything on our own. So Green Soul Tribe is basically just that. It's a tribe. It's a group of people with a common goal, which is to succeed in this entrepreneurial journey. We come together, we have giveaways, we do cross promotions, and we really do have big dreams for Green Soul Tribe. We want to eventually host live events and live marketplaces where we can all come together and collectively sell our goods and services and just really build community. Logo and product label design. Now notice, again, how low this is on the list. A lot of people like to start with logo, but some of this other stuff needs to happen first. So logo, a visual representation of your brand. It should reflect who you are as well as who you are trying to attract. Because if you are marketing to women and you have a teddy bear or something in your logo, or a butterfly. If I don't like bears and butterflies, then I don't want to see that. So understand who your client is before you go designing things. Website analytics and SEO. Serriehh alluded to that. Analytics is basically the data. A lot of small business owners, if you're not mathematically inclined or left brain, or you're just a pure creative, you're like, Anna, what? Like, what is this? It's the data. Data is your friend. So if you're not into it, find someone who is, because that's how you identify the trends. What pages are people looking at? What posts are getting the most engagement? Do more of what's working and less of what is not working. Website design. A lot of our businesses only exist online, and when we show up and maybe have a pop-up experience. So imagine that you have a physical old school space. What would it look like when I walk in the doors of your business? That's what your website should be. It should be a visual representation of what a physical space will look like, that, and create that experience. And then website design audit. This is the lower price product that Serriehh talked about at the top of the call. It's us taking a virtual walk inside this storefront that you've created online and looking around and saying, where are the things I'm supposed to buy? Where's the register? How do I put this thing in the cart? Do you have my size? And so we just look at it and determine how easy is it for me to come in here, see what you offer, find what I need, and then eventually give you money. You always want to make it easy for people to buy your products and services. Don't have them like struggling to figure out the process.
Nobody wants.
That's it. That's the end of the list.
And nobody wants to struggle to give you their money. Nobody wants it to be difficult.
Yes, you want to make it easy for people to give you money, because people will bounce. They will leave your website and find an easier way to check out. So don't make it hard for people to find what they need and to give you money.
And this is the thing, guys. If you're an online business, you have to know about these things to survive. You have to know what bounce rate is, okay? You have to know what your bounce rate is and how to keep it down under 20%. So that means people are staying on your website, which means the longer they stay on your website, the more chance you have of the sales, right? So also picking a platform that works for you, whether it's WordPress, Wix, Shopify, GoDaddy. These are all important things that, especially if you're not a brick and mortar, like you don't have a physical store and you're completely online and you're running your business from home, this is what's going to make or break you. And also within that branding is networking. You have to remember there is nothing better than a good old-fashioned handshake. And that's something that I think we lose in this digital world. So we try to really work with you guys and give you everything you need. So Courtney, you want to start on talking about business startups and solutions. Is there anything else that you see for 2020 for Cherie's World that you'd like to focus on?
I'm in the process of fixing the Cherie's shopwithcherie.com. I can say that because we got it. So
yes, you can say that. So it sounds like you want to do website design, but you also want to focus more on building her brand.
So would that be e-commerce solutions?
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go on because we have about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go on and stop sharing my screen, and we're going to give you usually the consult's 30 minutes, guys. So we're gonna kind of do as much as we can in the time that we have. So I'm gonna pretend I just came on. Hey, Courtney, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you came for the consult. I'm really excited to learn about your brand. I'm Serriehh. That's Tobi.
I'm Tobi. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So Tobi, usually we're gonna let Tobi jump in and start asking you some questions.
Okay. So Courtney, what is this Cherie product? What are you selling? Can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Well, right now we have Cherie's World podcast, and it's been up I will say about 7 months now, and we're over 100,000 subscribers.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
So with this podcast, Courtney, I like to know the basics about any brand first. So who's the demographic? Like who is this podcast targeted to?
I think it was 60% women, I believe.
Their ages?
The 35 to 44 range, I believe.
Okay, so you know way more than anybody's ever known that I've done a consult with.
I think because I
love it.
I think because I actually just looked it up like a day ago. For some reason, I forget why.
What do you? I have a question. So your demographic seems to be women, ages 35 to 44. Do you have any geographical areas of do you have a main, maybe the top two?
California, Texas, Portland, New York.
Portland, New York, really?
Well, not Portland and New York, I should say.
Oh, Portland. So Portland, Oregon, and then New York. Okay, cool.
So I just want to jump in here with another question for you, Courtney. So what are your main goals for expanding this brand? What would you like to see happen with the podcast and with the shop in 2020?
Increase of sales, as far as because we would look to sell not just T-shirts, but beach towels, hats, just to make you feel like you're really a part of, as much access as we can give to Cherie, make you feel like you're actually a part of Cherie's world. So, not just, we gave you in 2019 the audio version. Now we want to give you more video, and then, also give you more things to take with you. So you can
make them feel part of the family, like Cherie's their bestie.
Yeah, as much as we can.
Much as we can.
To the extent possible. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. As a podcast and thinking about ways to expand and grow, so revenue stream through merch, that sounds promising. And because you know who your audience is, I would just encourage you to do a little bit of research. What do those women in those age ranges, what do they spend their money on? What are they into? It's like, are they hitting the beach? Are they going to Miami this summer? Like, what is it? What are they doing right now? What's seasonal right now current for them? What would they love? What would they love to have with Cherie, like to feel like they're connected? Cherie? I see Cherie's hand up.
Well, because it's the end of the year, so I think a lot of people are planning their next years. They're also wanting to know their kids' stocking stuffers. They're moms. The majority of them are moms. So anything mommy, I think, would come into play. Any trends, fashion trends, wellness trends, what to eat, what not to eat, education for their children. I think that's all stuff that they would be interested in. Also, some of these hot men that we have on our podcast, and some of the women too. We give them a lot of people that they also grew up with.
Awesome.
And I think that's where our listeners come from, are people who are friends and have grown up with me my whole life.
So I want to ask, Courtney, you talked about doing e-commerce. So do you want to set up a shop to where people can go and buy this merchandise, this Cherie's World merchandise? Is that a goal for you?
Yes, because I did the online store before. I wasn't successful at it as I should have been. I put a lot of money and time into it, but I'm more like Cherie. I know how to create stuff. I don't know how to sell stuff.
My next question is, do you have a deadline that you would like that website to actually be created and up and running, taking sales?
Yes. Before the pilot show was so I guess 3-4 months.
Isn't that April 2020? So you'd say by March.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we also talked about legitimizing your business. So normally we would spend some more time on your e-commerce site, but that's more confidential information. So you would tell me exactly like designs, ideas, merchandise, sayings, things that you want. So things we offer with building an e-commerce site is we can make it as simple or as deluxe as you want it. We can start simple and you can grow with us. So if you want to start simple for your budget, we can give you a simple site that has like a home page, a shop page, a contact page, the basic needs. And then in 3 months, we can circle back around when your budget grows for making sales and start kind of improving your website. Because this is the thing with e-commerce sites is it has to constantly evolve. Okay, because the internet world is moving at a fast pace. Your website cannot be stagnant. It cannot just kind of, oh, I put my website up and then that's it. It doesn't work like that. It's a moving force. Think of it as energy and it's moving. So that's one thing we would work on when building your e-commerce site, that it's creative, user-friendly, and it moves and it's constantly evolving. I want to kind of skip and talk about the legitimizing the business part. So when you talk about legitimizing Cherie's World, are you talking a reference of getting an EIN, setting up the business accounts and all of the things to make it its actual own entity? We as entrepreneurs have great ways to kind of cut some corners with cost and to get you to a point where you're legitimized for a couple $100, and then you can start kind of venturing out and getting more complex things as your business grows. But I would say, depending on the state you live in, I've lived in several states and have had to incorporate my business because it travels where I go. The most I've paid is in California, which I think is like $160 to incorporate your business. So I feel, Tobi, don't quote me on this, you guys, but I feel like to legitimize your business, this is outside of our fee. Okay. I'm thinking you could do everything, set up your bank accounts, everything for under $300, maybe $200, depending again, what state you live in. Some states need sales certification, some don't. Some, like for instance, if you're in Oregon, you don't have to have a retail license because there is no tax. So it kind of is also based upon what state you live in. I think it's very important. This is what Tobi touched on, is don't pull, what is it? Don't get the wagon before the horse. What's that?
The cart before the horse.
Don't put, that's what you're doing by saying, well, I don't want to put the money into it until I make it back. One thing I've learned is separate your money. Separate your money and set things up so you are legitimized. You have to do that. And yes, you have to invest in yourself. Tobi tells me this all the time. Invest in yourself.
And just very quickly, I know as an entrepreneur, it's like once the money comes in, then I'm gonna peel off this much and pay this and that and the other. But you can't, because my other business, that was the very first thing I did. And I was very busy in a full-time career at that time. So I pulled out the Amex and I called the people at, I'm not going to say the name because they're not writing a check to me, but there are services out there where you fill out forms online and people will get your articles of incorporation. And again, I was a very busy professional. I wanted to own my business name and my tagline because those are my property. Regardless of how much money I pull in every year, I own my name always. And if anyone comes into the market using my name or my tagline, I can call a lawyer and say, hey, cease and desist, because that IP belongs to Tobi. So that's another thing. You don't want someone, especially with Cherie being in the public eye, you don't want someone to get a similar domain or to attach her likeness to try to defraud people into saying, hey, it's best friend Cherie. She wants to sell you the t-shirt. You want to say, nope, shopwithcherie.com. That's owning the domain is a wonderful first step, but that is not owning the
first step.
You don't own the name.
No. And it's more than just trademarking. It's incorporating your business so you are actually an established business within the state of your business. It's so many things, and these are things we can help you with. You don't necessarily, a lot of these things, depending on the business startup package that you get, we can actually do for you. I unlike Tobi, although I'm a business professional, I'm also a control freak and OCD, and I did everything myself, and I'm super cheap. So I am like, I'm just keeping, even if I have the money, like I'm Arab, guys, I'm cheap. Okay. Like I just, it's just in my blood, dude.
I don't know about that, but she is a control freak and she does.
I am. And so but it's also because I've been burned. So I want to go in, I want to do it myself. I've learned, I've done all of this. I've legitimized all of my businesses. I've legitimized other people's businesses. And that's really important. One more thing I want to add, because I know we're closing up, is within some of our packages, you get to be on Cherie's podcast. So just so you know, some of our branding packages, one of the things that we do offer is coming on and being a guest on Cherie's World podcast. You also have the opportunity, working through our business tribe, to get advertising on Cherie's World podcast at a discount. So there's different cool things. Cherie's World is actually part of our business tribe as well. So we are definitely a tribe, and we try to just empower each other, and wanted to kind of throw that in there.
I just want to jump in with very quickly. Sorry, Courtney. So Courtney shared the demographics of this podcast when we started this consultation with him. So important. Podcast. Another revenue stream is, of course, advertising revenue. People, business people, you heard the demographics. If your customer looks like what Courtney described, you should be advertising here on this platform.
Definitely.
I need to be advertising here on this platform. So I'll get my ad up. I'll reach out to you and get it up there soon. But no, that's important. It's connecting the dots. Here are all of these people. If that's your customer, I'm waiting for your ad to show up on this podcast. Like, do it now.
Definitely. And I wish we would have had a little more time to do the consult, but we really do dig deep and try to make sure that we touch all of the bases and really figure out the needs of the client. And then we write up a personalized proposal based on that consult. And then we go and take it from there. And we're really with you every step of the way. And that's kind of what also makes us different than using an app or using some high-end, kind of stiff marketing agency. Is we're just like you. We can relate, we get the job done, and we're very professional, we're on time, we're very thorough. And those are things you're not going to get for the prices that we charge.
They're always on time. They're very personable, and they take, what I can say about you guys is sometimes they're more passionate about me than I am about me.
That's our job.
Which really keeps me on track, and I appreciate it.
That's our job. We want, when you're feeling down, we want to be there. We want to bring you back up. It's our job to help you keep that passion alive, but also take that passion and make it a reality. And that's where we come in. It's kind of keeping that dream alive, but changing it into something that's tangible, that you can actually see, taste, feel.
I literally went to them with an idea, and my idea was advice from my sisters. I had no clue what to do with it. I just know that I like to write in the middle of the night. And I started bugging Tobi and just sending her emails, because she was like, well, what is this advice from my sisters all about? So I started sending emails. The next thing I know, there's a website up. Serriehh's calling me, talking about, I'm reconfiguring these pictures. And I'm like, I don't even know what configuring pictures means. But, and they literally took over and made my little vision that I had been talking about for 4 years. Never did.
We're not even lit. Well, let's just keep it real though. We don't even love the website right now. It's just it was something, we have some plans.
They have plans. I love the website. I'm so excited.
We know what we can make that. Wait till you see the 2.0 version, girl.
Well, I'm geeked up. Courtney came in, and Courtney was like, let's do Cherie's World. I was like, okay, what's Cherie's World? Courtney was like, girl, you can have a podcast. I'm like, okay, what's a podcast?
Kind of asked, I want to close up the consultation. It was kind of a consultation / interview all mixed into one. But what I got from the few minutes that we talked, yes, Cherrie.
Can you continue to talk to Courtney? This is Cherie's World. It's real. I gotta pee.
Go. I'm gonna do this while you go to that. I'm giving her permission like I'm Courtney. Okay. Courtney, so what I got from the very quick consultation, because we normally would dig a lot deeper, is you want to legitimize your business and know the most affordable way you can without putting hundreds of dollars into it. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. You also want to, let me look at my little notes. I'm sorry. You want to obviously increase your subscribers on your podcast and focus on your demographic that you described to us when you create your e-commerce site, so you can start selling merchandise to that demographic that is listening to the podcast, correct?
Right.
You're looking for, and you didn't tell me this, but I'm just going to kind of throw it out there, very clean, modern website that focuses on Cherie and the products, that's not really busy, and that's easy to use and easy to buy, correct?
Yep.
Is there anything I missed?
Maybe logo.
Okay, so did you want to do a logo revision? You want to update your logo, or do you want some stuff for like t-shirts? Like you want some designs? Is that what you're more like looking for?
Well, that too, but more importantly, the like you said, logo revision, I guess.
All right. So let's keep it real. You know that you sent me that logo, right? And then I revised it, so it'll be the third revision. Isn't that how it worked?
I sent you that logo?
Somebody did, because I updated the first logo you sent me. I
thought you sent it to me. I thought you created all that. But
I created something. How did that work, Toby?
There was a lot going on. I don't know. Let's get into the current law. Yeah, the logo will be updated.
Yes, it will be updated. But okay, so I'm glad, since we're still waiting on Cherie, what don't you, your current Cherie's World logo, what do you like about, she came flying in here. What do you like about and I'm going to ask both of you. So Cherie, you're second, but Courtney, what do you like about Cherie's World logo? What do you like about it?
Oh, I like the whole thing. When I say make it, I just wanted to make it pop like somebody just did. He just made like this thing. I just wanted to, I like the
you like the logo, but you want it to pop a little more.
Yeah, kind of like how this is.
So you know what I feel like is then, instead of having to do a whole revision, maybe making the font a little bigger, like a little thicker, a little denser, create a little more texture or a little bit of shadow behind will really make it pop. And you have to remember, depending on the graphic you're using, and that's where I can come in handy, is I also do Photoshop training. So that's something that I can help someone do, like create your design and stuff. I can show you how to manipulate it a little bit, so you can change the colors, change the background, do little things. So you can't take your logo and think it's going to pop on every graphic you put it on. That's not how it works. There's a lot that goes into Photoshop. And so when I can actually show you a couple tricks of the trade where, no, you won't be a master at it, but you can get the job done. So that's another thing. We want to make sure that you have everything you need, Courtney, to not only get the job done for the service you need from us, but to also keep being able to create and innovate after working with us.
Right.
Cherie, what do you like about your logo, about the logo, and what don't you like?
I like that it looks like that I wrote it.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Is there anything you guys don't like? Honest, full disclosure.
When I look at it, sometimes it looks like it's pixelated. Like,
okay,
does that make sense? I don't know what.
Yes. Now that could be based on the size of the logo, but I'm gonna take a look at it.
Because like I noticed on my black shirt, like there's a black sweatshirt that it was sent on. It looks awesome.
Okay.
On the green one, it kind of looks like,
Can you take a picture of that and send it to me?
Yes, I think I have one.
And I want to kind of see what, and if it's not, do you have the green t-shirt? I might need something that like is in good lighting and closer so I can kind of see what you're talking about.
Absolutely. The black one, it just pops. The gray one, it's there, but it's not like.
Is it maybe because the colors of the logo need to be changed against that gray?
Maybe that's what it is. Like, can you see this?
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to fix that.
It is cute. But okay,
who's
so
doing that? Courtney, are you making those designs?
No, you made it. I just put it on.
No, I know, but you just put it on the t-shirt, just how I sent it to you.
Yeah.
That's why. So when you're doing designs like that, I'm sorry, Cherie.
No, now look at it here.
Oh, that's great. But that's because it's behind a black background. So we would take that same logo, Courtney, and I would actually get that gray t-shirt you sent me and I would put it on Photoshop and I would play with it till it popped, just like that black t-shirt. So Yeah, I love that. That's cute.
Didn't it look good on white too?
Let me see the white. No, so what we're gonna do, Courtney, let's get back on track. What we can actually do instead of revising the logo, because I was actually gonna talk to you guys about this anyways. I want to play with the signature part of it a little bit, make them pop. So you want to make your logos pop on your t-shirt designs. That means you don't necessarily need to revise your logo, but you need to have different depths and colors depending on the t-shirts. So it'll be logo variations is what you're looking for, not revision. So variation means you can have one that's round, you can have one that's square, gold, black, purple, yellow, whatever, right? To fit all of your needs. So based on all of that, what we do from here is me and Toby we record all the meetings, and then we go back and we listen to everything. So we make sure we get everything that you need. You just sent me the pictures right now. Cherie just sent me the pictures right now.
Because if I didn't, I won't remember.
I know. So what we're going to do is all the information you gave us, we're going to review that tape, and Toby and I are going to get in our lab, and we're going to create the perfect proposal that is catered to what you need. And then after that, Toby, what's the next step?
Read the proposal, and you see the price, and you see the payment plan, and you say, of course, I want to work with Green Soul. And then we invoice you, and you pay it, and then we start working on your project. Yay.
Yep. It's easy peasy. And and then after you actually pay the deposit, we'll then have a brainstorming meeting right after. And that way we'll all be on the same page. We're going to come up with a timeline for you. So let's say you're getting more than one service from us, Courtney. You're going to say, all right, we're going to have your legitimized business will be done by, I'm just hypothetically, by March. And then your website will be done by March 15th. And then this will be done by, April 15th. So you'll actually see the progress and see the timeline. So you know when your finished work from us will be coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's kind of us. It's based on your priorities. I mean, we make sure that we respect entrepreneurs as visionaries. Yes, we have our area of expertise, but this is your baby, your vision. And so, we can say, well, I think this should happen first. But if Courtney's like, look, give me those logo revisions so I can get this merch in the store, then that's what we will do first.
Definitely. And soon we'll be having a portfolio up on our website so you guys can take a look at our work as well.
Cool.
All right. And website, gotgreensoul.com. So that's our website, gotgreensoul.com. You can find us on IG. You can find us on Facebook. You can contact Cherie through her Instagram. You can contact Courtney through Cherie's World. You can contact Creative Brilliance. You can contact Going to Natural. You can contact us all. And they yes. So,
Team Cherie J.
Thank you guys for having us.
Are you kidding me? Thank you guys. What you guys don't understand is I have a meeting with them tomorrow. They're going to talk all above my head for like hours. And occasionally I'm going to go, uh-huh.
And Courtney, I do want to talk to you honestly, maybe about helping you set up that website on the real tip, like getting everything set up.
What I like about y'all site too, as a nice little plug, is that some people's sites, they look good on the computer, but then they don't look good on the phone or vice versa. Y'all site look dope on both.
Thank you. That's important. I hate going on a website.
Yeah.
Transitioning onto a cell phone is important. I hate going on a website and everything's all messed up. I bounce, honestly. I don't stay on the website. I forgot, Romina. You got to go. All right.
No, I'm like, she's OCD. What do you want to say?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Oh, yes.
Where can I buy a Cherie's World podcast shirt?
Yeah.
Well, right. Eventually, you'll be able to buy it on shopwithcherie.com. But right now, if you're interested, you can DM Cherie Johnson at CherieJohnson75 or message her, and we'll take your size and we'll send you out one.
Definitely. You can also
on the gram, like.
All right. Thank you guys for letting us.
Are you kidding me? Thank you, ladies, for spending time with us. I really appreciate you. And I'm so excited to see what you guys are going to do with Cherie's World in 2020. Thank you so much for being here, Green Soul Marketing, Serriehh, Miss Toby. If anybody's website needs a facelift, if anybody is looking to get rebranded, you want to start that business, but you don't really know how to start, reach out to my girls at Green Soul Marketing, or just reach out to me. I'll tell him. I'll give him a message.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies,
for having us.
Thank you. Bye.
Follow me. Bye-bye. Follow me.
Welcome to Cherie's World.
Would you like to advertise on Cherie's World and have your product placed on Cherie's social media for the world to see? Email us now at cheriesworldpodcast@gmail.com for low introductory rates. Cherie's World Podcast. Get heard.